Hey guys, sorry for the lack of video yesterday. I wanted to take a break from editing just for the day, so I apologize for that. But we have a new video today, so let's get right down into it. We're back where we left off again.
Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up. Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up. Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up.
Okay.
Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up.
Just went right over him. Okay.
Not gonna be able to use the elevator. This should come in handy. Find another way up.
There she goes again.
Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up. Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up. Not gonna be able to use the elevator. Got to find another way up. Could this be part of the Lost City?
At your earliest convenience, please acknowledge these communiques. We have received no directive since the discovery of the ruins. Examination of the artifacts and scrolls recovered from the site continue. As impossible as it may seem, it appears we may have discovered the ruins of the legendary city of Kitezh. There are also numerous references to some kind of messianic figure. If I'm interpreting the texts correctly, he was a prophet who fled Byzantium sometime in the 10th century. The inscriptions say he carried with him an artifact of great power. For the time being, I have suspended normal mining operations. It is my intent to discover the truth behind this mysterious prophet.
Too close.
Yeah.
Separated again. I just hope Jacob's still alive. I don't know exactly where I am. That's rapidly becoming the story of my life. I'm fighting to survive, yet strangely, I feel hopeful. There are incredible ruins all around me. This must be part of the Prophet's lost city. But how much more is true? The divine source. Could it really be here?
see. Increased melee damage. I don't like that outfit. Manual healing has a chance to bandage without using any resources. That's pretty nice. All the ones that I like don't have any, like, bonus. It's a blue Henley. And a gray Henley. Those look good on her. Whiteout jacket. Blend into snowy surroundings. That's not bad. Red expedition jacket. And the leather jacket. I like that one. I already wore that. Shadow Runner. You know what? What was the one we liked? We'll just wear that one. Okay.
This mural shows the prophet preaching in Constantinople. These ruins are incredible.
Let it fly.
Oh no!
Good shot. Looks like that one will hold. Okay, let's get that
Looks
going.
like Anna was right about the lost city. The source has to be somewhere down here.
Now this wall looks like it was put up in a hurry. I can feel air coming through from the other side. I'm gonna see if I can break through. Might be another way out.
What's the plan?
Here.
We just tried a few minutes ago. No one on the other end but Steph. You got incoming! Spread out. Keep your eyes open. Give me some broken. She's there! Open fire! She's intact! He's gone! Back me up! I'm in a flanking position! I got a hit! Just you and me!
You want a cookie?
We now have heavy equipment in place within the main cavern. We intend to gain access to some kind of temple, even if we have to rip down its ancient doors to do so. While hundreds of artifacts have now been recovered and catalogued, 2 guard crews have gone missing in the mines. I have personally questioned the native prisoners. They claim to have no knowledge of the whereabouts of the missing guards. And though we've punished them harshly, I fear they are on the verge of revolt.
Please unlock new tiers of weapon upgrades for all weapons at these tiers.
Comrades, it is imperative that you respond to my communiques. We are now in dire need of supplies and reinforcements. A full revolt is in progress, and the prisoners now control the excavation site and surrounding facilities. In retribution, I have ordered mass executions of prisoners from the native population. With any luck, these rebels will lay down their arms and surrender to save their own countrymen.
I missed the one that, when you press like a certain button and you like just zoom up. I missed that. I haven't seen the store thing in a while, so I'm not able to buy anything.
I can use these other cables to rip open the door.
Guess who died? Me. Not hard to guess. Okay. Guess who died again? Me. Again, not hard to guess. Okay. There we go. There we go.
The truck's anchored to that door. It might be heavy enough to rip it open. Just need to find a way to push that truck into the chasm. The truck's anchored to that door. It might be heavy enough to rip it open. Just need to find a way to push that truck into the chasm.
She's there by the murals. Open fire! Cover me! Man down! Come on, let's end this! Back me! Taking casualties! Throwing a grenade! I've got a shot! He's fire! She's almost down! Keep her... Take position! Fire in the hole! Taking casualties! Got her! Give me suppressing fire now! Suppressing fire! Let's go!
Gold sword hilt inlaid with jewels. This belonged to a Byzantine noble. The blade itself was snapped off at the base. Did this happen in battle?
Probably. Look at all those. Well, it's just one, I think. Yes, nervous. Okay. Nervous.
Taking position!
No.
If I can bring down that crane, it should be enough to rip open the door. Right, that should work. That did it.
Wasn't fast enough. That was weird.
This statue must be the immortal prophet. And this, it shows the exodus of his people from the deserts of Syria. They settled in a hidden valley and built a great city. Katash. To protect the city and its people, the prophet raised an army of warriors. But what is this showing? It's not the divine source they're holding. Something else, but what? And his warriors forged for him an atlas, that the prophet might always know his city and its secrets. A map of the city. It could show the way to the divine source. It's a wonder this place is still standing. right there! Easy. Easy. You know I'm not with Trinity. Why should we believe you? I escaped with one of yours. A man named Jacob. Where is he now? We were together, but we got separated in the mines.
She killed him!
No! No! Jacob would never trust an outsider. Please, listen, I am not your enemy. I warned you. You should have left.
Sophia! Enough!
Father! I thought I lost you.
I'm glad you made it out of there.
Oh yeah.
Forgive Sophia, she is cautious.
In her position, I'd be the same way. What did you find out?
Trinity is coming in force. We must prepare.
Her?
She's a friend. On my word, no harm will come to her.
These ruins. We must be near the Prophet's lost city.
Come. We do not have much time. Prepare the weapon stores. Secure the battlements. Go! Now! They're almost here. But we're outnumbered.
The children and elders are vulnerable.
Go. Get them into the catacombs. Light the fires. The valley must be alerted.
Incredible.
Sophia, muster our fighters. Then meet me in the upper village.
Don't disappear again, Father.
There's much to do. If we had more time.
Later. For now, I'll do what I can to help.
Maybe they're not love interests. I just got a vibe at the beginning. But there might
You,
not be a vibe
head down to the
anymore.
old radio. Get the generator working. We need to get one last transmission out, and let the other settlements know what's coming. I'll do what I can. You two, I need eyes out across the valley. Head to the cliffs and take watch.
This vase must have been beautiful once, but someone's poked a few new holes in it and filled it with dirt. They must have used it to grow seedling.
I want to know the moment you see their helicopters.
Yes, of course.
If we see anything, we'll sound the horn.
Jacob and his people are resilient. I'll give them that. Trinity is on their way. They could do with my help. And this atlas from the mural. If it really is some kind of map of the ruins, I've got to find it before Anna. If I don't, then all these deaths will have been in vain. And I can't have that on my conscience.
Not even looking at it, I just trying to upgrade.
They've got helicopters. We should expect them to come from the air.
Hello there. How did you find this place? What brought you here? War is coming. We have to prepare. The Soviets left everything when we drove them out. Most of it is just waste, but there's still the odd treasure to be found.
Don't forget that. Damn. If we only had one more day to prepare.
But we can drive them out, can't we? You were there when we drove the Soviets out. People need to hear we can do it again.
I didn't think we could do it then, and it took 10 years. Better to say nothing.
need more wood for the fire.
They needed most of the lumber to repair the guard towers. We'll have to make do with what we have.
Well, if they need arrowheads for the battle, then...
Another difficult winter for my people. There are more deaths than births now. And as the seasons pass, the young ones are becoming restless. I see them looking to the sky when the rare plane passes overhead. Wistful. Wondering. Longing. I know they are still deeply committed to the cause. But I also sense a change coming. An end to our way of life is on the horizon. The most recent invaders are fading from memory. But as the technology of men advances, more are bound to find our valley again. And we are bound with the fate of this place. For better or worse.
I need more firewood.
I've already cut plenty. Besides, I don't know how much more time you'll have left to forge.
We can make points faster than broadheads. That should be our focus.
Not much fuel left in the torch. I think I can get 4, maybe 5 more sheets cut for the barricades. And then we'll have to find more.
That's gonna be a problem. I dragged the last of those cylinders out of the Soviet prison a few summers back.
Hello. It's been a long time since Jacob brought an outsider here.
The Soviets left everything.
There was a flood during the storm. Knocked down some of the guard towers. Those things buzzing around the valley frightened many of the birds, but there are still gulls down by the water.
Hello. You're Jacob's guest. If you're looking for a way to help, they're repairing the guard towers just down the path. I mean no offense, but you don't look like you're ready for a turn on the anvil. How's the cutting coming?
Slow. Gotta be careful. The rust made weak spots. We should have kept the metal dry during the rains.
We had to use those sheets to patch the roof last year, when we had the floods. Make do with what you can. Jacob said you rescued him from the prison.
It was a joint effort.
Well, whatever you did, we're grateful. We won't turn away another pair of hands if you can help, but we're not accustomed to visitors.
Maybe I can't do it, so that's fine. I got other stuff I need to do.
I promised to keep them safe. What have I done? We should have been ready for this. We knew better, damn it. I'm sorry, I've got no time to talk. Jacob says you can be trusted, and that's good enough for me.
Jacob said they'd
Can you
come.
see anything from up there?
We never recovered from the
I'm
Soviets.
trying to get the structure
And now
repaired.
this.
You want the whole thing to fall when the
If you want to help, you should head down to
Just
the
keep
lower
your eyes
village.
out. They could
I
be
know
here
you
at
want
any
to help,
moment.
but I have to finish
do
here.
what I can.
Armies need food as much as weapons.
I'll leave you to it then.
I made a mistake today. One that threatens to lead to more mistakes. I spent time alone with Alya. Something I have avoided until now. She reminds me of my beloved Sophia, whom I thought I'd long forgotten. And it opens my heart like a wound. She clouds my judgment, even when she is not present. I sound like a giddy child. And those days are far behind me. I must bury these old feelings deep and stay apart from my people for a time.
I'll run out of nails before we're done here. I just need a few dozen.
I'd rather run out of nails, wouldn't you? You there. We could use some help if that's what you're here for.
I'm here to help. What can I do?
We're trying to fortify as many of these towers as we can. Most of them were badly damaged in last year's floods. We've got the repairs in hand, but I need some extra supplies from around the valley. If we can get these towers repaired, it'll give us an advantage over the invaders, and it'll help us reach the upper levels of the ruined towers. Will you help?
I'll see what I can round up.
Thank you. Bring them back to me when you found them. Do you have the supplies we need?
Here you are. This should be everything you asked for.
Good, good. Leave some of the supplies in the basket there, and we'll finish the repairs. But I need you to bring the rest of the supplies down to the tower by the lakeshore. When you're done, meet me back here.
You want to earn our trust? Stay here and fight with us. You want to survive in this valley, you need to learn to track and hunt. Animals stick near food and water, just like people do. We knew someone would come eventually.
Have you visited the lower tower yet?
Not yet, but I will.
That's not right. Where could...
Hello.
Trinity will be here soon.
They will likely come from the air. Jacob is assembling fighters in the upper village to draw their attention there. The children and those too old to fight will be safely hidden in the Acropolis catacombs. I will go there once things are in hand here.
You said they were heavily armed. How can we expect to beat them?
The fight will not be won in open combat. They will hit us hard and fast, and we will take losses. They hope to crush us in their initial assault, but we will turn their eagerness into our advantage. This will be a long engagement. If we hope to survive, we must wear them down slowly, strategically. We will lead them from behind.
I see cartoons. I'm gonna try to...
Only then we will be victorious.
Here.
For now, we light the fires, warn the others in the valley. Today, we win by surviving. Hide them in the caves and ruins. When you've completed your duties, rendezvous in the upper village.
Okay.
Understood.
Good. Now go. The prophet be with you.
you're the one who came with Jacob. You came here on foot. Impressive.
Are we sure this pine resin will burn?
You should have seen the last batch. Once it caught, you couldn't put it out.
Even if it won't, the smell alone would be enough to drive it away. Hello. Jacob trusts you, so that will do. Don't worry about us. We've been planning for this.
Trinity being here, the people they're hurting, that's down to me. I led them here. God, it's happening again, isn't it? People are suffering because of my actions. No, you can't think like this, Lara, or you really will drive yourself crazy. Trinity would have found this place sooner or later. At least I have the chance to help stop them. Of getting to the Divine Source first and using it to benefit the world, rather than cause more pain and suffering. Just need to focus. For everyone who's gone before. For everyone I've lost. Just keep moving.
Lara, I could use your help. Our people are spread thin across the valley. If you light the signal tower, they'll know that the danger is imminent.
I'll do what I can.
Once the fire is lit, they'll know what to do.
Light the signal fire on the spire.
Greetings. Did you bring anything to trade? Anything we could use? There's something buzzing over the valley. You must have seen them. There's a white wolf out there. I've never seen her myself, but I've heard she's only out at night.
White wolf sounds pretty. Oh, I'm guessing him.
Greetings. We know what to do here. We've been waiting for this.
Or maybe not.
You're not with the invaders. What brought you to this valley?
Close one. Okay. Right. Got it. Did not mean to do that. Try that again. There we go. Yikes, that was close. Oh yes, no, no, no. Hopefully there's something good up here. Did not mean to do that. Let's try that again. Oh, did not mean to do that. Obviously. Okay. Where can I walk out that doesn't kill me? There we go. I can't seem to get it. Oh, you just gotta... Why does she keep doing that? Okay.
Thank you, Lara. Our people have been warned. That should give them time to evacuate. Meet me in the upper village. I'm gathering our forces here.
All right.
Taking the high road. Achievement. And no, do not want to cut the rope.
You're the one that came with Jacob. I have something to ask of you.
The followers of the Prophet fled, but they were attacked in Syria. What can I help you with?
Jacob told me you've got a knack for exploring. There are more old places, tombs, all around the valley. You may have seen the wards placed there to frighten children. It's not superstition. Those places are dangerous, but they also hold relics of our former glory. Not just trinkets, but knowledge. I believe we need that wisdom now more than ever. A decade ago, I'd have gone myself, but now I could use your skills. The scouts tell me you've already been inside one of the old tombs. Would you share what you've learned with us?
Of course. They belong to your people.
We don't have much, but I have these old coins. If gold has value to you, I can give you some for every secret you find.
Seems to be a map of some sort, but I can't quite read the words.
Hello. I hope you know how to use that bow. Whatever you're looking for, we can talk about it after the battle.
There's an optional tomb nearby, though.
These new arrowheads seem fun.
Is better than not.
It looks like we're just back here, so I don't know about that. Master crafting of throwable objects and ammo when on the run. Craft large capacity ammo and resource pouches at base camps. Increase the amount of ammo crafted on the run. Body trap specialist craft traps on enemy corpses that detonate a deadly poison gas cloud when investigated. Demolitions expert. I like that one. I don't know. What is that? But I'll probably forget about it. So I don't know. Let me go back up there again. back where we started.
Jacob, helicopters are headed your way.
Get here as fast as you can.
Surrender at once. Resistance will be met.
Get behind the
with
barricades.
force.
Move! Move!
Lay down your weapons or you will be shot.
Look out! Stay under cover! Pull back! Stay together!
If you do not cease fire, we will kill you all. You have 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Where is the divine source? Tell me!
Stop! Don't hurt anyone else!
Where is it?
Wait! Wait! There's a map. The Atlas. It will show you the way.
Okay. Tell me about this Atlas.
Hey.
Weapons free. Kill everything that moves.
Lay down covering fire! We're on the flyer at the edge of the village. If you can hear me, we need your help!
Please, no, wait!
Suppressing fire! It's over! We're losing this! Give me suppressing fire, now! Taking casualty! Got her flanked!
Do not let them escape. Shoot the runners.
Stand back! Stand back! This is mine! We can't hold this position much longer! If we can't outflank them, we're going to lose the village!
Hold on that. Probably not.
I will burn this whole place down!
Good for you. Pyro.
Stop me!
Where's he at?
That all you got? Take more than that! I'm taking you with me!
Thank you. Okay guys, sorry about that. I noticed that you can't hear me that well when I'm talking.
We're bugging out. Withdraw and regroup at the drop.
I mean, now you can hear me well because I'm recording this after, but for some reason I have trouble with audio while I'm in game, and that's why a lot of the times I won't speak.
We've been overrun by the natives. Croft is with them. Several casualties. Men are dead and scattered.
We should have killed her.
You have nothing to show for your efforts. Perhaps she'll succeed where you're failing.
I will not fail!
Trinity will step in if you do. And you know what that means? I'm expendable. They have no interest in my survival. I need the power of the Source!
And you will have it. Don't lose faith, Anna. This is God's will. Our success is inevitable.
Please, just find it. My time is running out.
I've come so far. I've endured so much. These final barriers you have set before me. These sins you have forced me to commit, they must have a purpose. Only you can show me the way. Grant me strength to continue for her, for you, for Trinity. Please. Show me the way. And blood it shall be.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm sorry. Your people don't deserve this.
It is our chosen path. Our duty. It's never been easy.
I understand what it's like to lose people. Trinity won't stop, will they?
I doubt it. They have many resources.
And the Atlas?
It's an ancient map to the old city. But Trinity won't find it at that tower. Many of my people live in those ruins. They won't be prepared for what's coming.
I can help them, Jacob.
Will you do this for us? Or for that which you seek?
Right now, they're one and the same.
I'll be back with reinforcements after I've tended to the wounded. Yes.
I need bandages.
What is it?
Won't stop
We're in
bleeding.
bad shape, Jacob. The attack left us in shambles, and we have no one to send to the Acropolis.
I know. I'll see to the wounded here. We have to get them to someplace safe. When that's done, we'll gather anyone still able to fight. Sophia will hold them off until we can arrive.
It's going to be all
I hope to God you're right. We'll send a runner when we're ready.
I need to get some.
I mean, this is a pretty good mic, but I just have a little bit of trouble with Streamlabs sometimes because it says that I'm in like the yellow, and I don't want to be in the yellow for mics because I don't want the sound to cut off. And I know that it's not good if you have it in red, but it like kind of like just makes my voice like not loud at all. It just messes it up. I don't really know.
They tell me we were brave today.
We had no choice, did we?
You could have run. You chose to stay and fight.
That is no choice at all. We are not cowards.
Can you move your feet? Good. Stay warm. Someone will see you soon.
I can wait. If there are others that need that medicine more.
Let us be the judge of that. And you? How are you? Damn. Be with God, my friend. The Lord is your guardian, your protective shade at your right hand. The sun shall not harm you by day, nor moon by night. The Lord guard your soul from all evil. The Lord guard your going and coming, from now to all time. And you two, are you hurt?
I took a round to my leg, but it's clean. I can wait.
Is that you, Jacob?
What is it?
We're in bad shape, Jacob. The attack left us in shambles, and we have no one to send to the Acropolis.
I know. I'll see to the wounded here. We have to get them to someplace safe. When that's done, we'll gather anyone's delayed. Sophia will hold them off until we can arrive.
God, you're right. I'll send a runner when we're ready.
Take the shoes. We can use those boots.
We should strip them down and burn the corpses. They deserve no better.
Maybe, but we don't have the time. Just take what we can use.
We're heading out?
As soon as we can move the wounded.
We should leave them a message, like the event.
We'll get you medicine soon.
Is there anything you need?
We'll live.
As much as I can be.
Be strong. You're going to live.
Thank you.
Are you sure you won't come with me? I could use your help.
We lost too many here. I need to get the wounded to safety. But when we're ready, we'll be right behind you.
Your people are lucky to have you.
They tell me
Hello
you were brave
there.
today.
I heard that you fought with us.
I did what I could. I'm glad to have been here.
That is no choice at all. We are not cowards.
They'll be back.
I still can't see straight. Hello again. Everything's blurry.
That's to be expected with a blow to the head.
But it
Whichever comes first.
will get better, right?
They'll be to the Acropolis.
What did the physicians say?
It's all up to Sophia then. I can't say anything.
Will they be back?
You'll have to ask them that.
Fires still rage in the outer districts. The last of the wooden buildings will be consumed by nightfall. The heart of our city is gone, buried beneath the ice. I can take some small solace in the fact that the Mongol invaders were killed, alongside the Prophet's warriors who died to save us. And the Prophet himself? No one has seen him since the morning after the siege ended. We need his wisdom. Now more than ever. We do not have enough food to feed those who survived. Some believe the worst is over, but I fear that is not the case.
I can guard your soul from all evil.
Can I bring you anything?
Sorry.
Who is that? Is that you, Anya?
No, I'm not on rest. She'll be here soon.
Lost so much in the attack.
Then you will die, do you hear me? Your leg will rot and it will kill you. Do you want that?
Don't take my leg. Please.
You're looking better.
I'll live.
Of course. You're welcome.
It's clean. I can wait.
Is that you, Jacob?
She took a jolt to the head.
You were
but she's
shocked.
lucid.
Now, hold still.
Where
Can I
is your
help?
father?
You
Why
already
is his
have.
apprentice
If it wasn't for
pulling
you,
bullets out of me?
more of us would
He
be
was
dead.
at the Acropolis Tower before the fight. Be well.
Hello.
You fought like the devil out there. You've done this before.
Sorry. Sophia is with them. They'll be safe.
Okay, look at me. Let me see you around. Now quiet.
I wish you could see the view from my tent, Lara. The dig looks so beautiful in the early evening, when the last embers of the sunlight dying upon a good day's work. Then, one by one, the fires are lit, and the smell of roasting meat wafts across the camp. They tell me that it's guinea pig. I declined it. Roth ate too. Maybe next time I'll bring you out here too. How did your history test go?
Those were my happiest memories, Dad. Being out on the digs with you. Especially when you gave me my own little plot to excavate. I liked that. Feeling that I was part of something important. I aced that test, by the way.
Wait. No, not that. Wait.
Seems to be a map of some sort, but I can't quite read the words. Jacob, it's a mess up here. There's no sign of your people.
Sophia might have taken them into the catacombs beneath the tower. But I've lost contact with her.
All right, I'll look for her there.
We're almost done evacuating the wounded here. I'll join you soon.
Oh, should I not come up here? Okay. Okay.
hope I'm not too late. Oh God, no.
The creatures of this valley were unfamiliar to us. Once. But now they are our brothers and sisters as much as any relative of blood. You can learn much about the creatures of our valley from the hunters, but they find worth in death. We must also find the gifts our brothers give while they are still alive. In the nests of birds, you'll find feathers for the fletchers to craft arrows. Ask for what you need, and the valley will provide.
I want answers, but what choice do I have now? I can't let Trinity wipe these people out. There are lines here that I crossed a long time ago, and there's no going back. I've got to help them. It's clear that Jacob's people would die for him, and he for them. That kind of loyalty is rare, and to find it here at the ends of the earth is truly remarkable. If I fight with them, perhaps Jacob will trust me enough to tell me what's really going on.
Our ancestors came here as men and women fleeing Byzantium. They wandered into a wild that almost killed them, but they survived and found this valley. And how did they honor this gift from God? By tearing the stones from the mountains and building a new empire, a mocking echo of that which almost destroyed them. But like the Tower of Babel, God saw fit to cast us down and to make us humble. We learned to listen to the land, to become stewards, not conquerors. And in turn, the land has offered up its secrets. You only have to listen.
Pumpkin. I'm just carrying a pumpkin around.
It's a reliquary box. Something used to protect and hold relics of the saints. Anything from teeth to fingers to the entire head. This claims to be a relic of the Prophet. It's empty.
Give me my pumpkin.
Courtyard's clear. What do you want us to do with these prisoners?
Take them out!
Don't shoot! We will...
Missed one. Be more thorough going forward. What's our status?
Looks all clear here. Team 4 is searching the tunnels for any sign of the Atlas.
Spread out and sweep the area. Kill anything still moving. And use your knives if you can. We need to conserve ammo. under attack!
Spread out. Keep your eyes open.
There, open up!
She's fired!
Getting torn apart!
He's wounded!
Let's move. The rest of them can catch up. I don't want to miss out on the hunt.
Jesus, you're insatiable. Whoa. Hey, check this out.
We don't have time for this. Let's move.
Yeah, well, you should make time. It's why we're here. Just give me a second.
Come on, we're missing the action.
What?
Hands in the air, now! Drop it! Drop the gun! Don't shoot! We've got shots fired! We're under fire! Shots fired!
Looks clear. Roger.
Heads up! Incoming!
Let's do a sweep.
Gotcha! He's there! Open fire! I got him! Dead!
Get clear!
Hey, hold up. These bastards are resourceful. They might have set up some traps.
Don't worry. I'll kill anything that moves.
Just take it slow. Stay sharp.
right, my friend. Your turn.
I won't tell you anything.
See, I believe you, which is why we're just gonna beat you until you stop breathing. That way, when I ask the next guy where the Atlas is, he'll know I'm serious.
You made your point.
If it makes you uncomfortable, spin around and face the wall. I have to admit, I prefer this. Questions just get in the way.
You cowards.
No. Oh, congratulations. You're up next.
Got incoming! Oh, I see you!
Bastards. Untie me. I'll kill every last one of them. Easy, Sophia. So much bloodshed. We're losing too many people. Maybe your people have sacrificed enough. It's all we've known. I misjudged you, Lara. Tell me how I can help you. I've got to get the rest to safety. But the entrance to the catacombs is blocked. I'll find a way to clear it.
You're gonna be okay.
It's barred from the other side.
All right, I'll be all right. Just help us get the others to safety.
Just breathe. We'll get you to safety. Just hold on. I can't open this from here. It must be blocked on the other side.
Must be a way out of here.
This mural shows the moment they found the valley. It must have looked like a paradise. There it is. Maybe I can unblock it from here.
The catacombs. We'll be safe.
Some kind of armory. This should do it. An ancient deer charm carved from a stag's antler. It could have been an important object or a child's toy. Get clear of the door! Here we go. Thank you, Lara. They'll be safe in the catacombs for now. I know you seek the divine source, but my people will die to protect it.
Your people are already dying. You can't protect it forever.
We've lasted this long. But for now, I'm glad to have you as an ally.
They're converging on the tower. We still got people there.
Get the others to safety. They'll need you.
Breach the gate to the tower courtyard.
The day I feared has come. There can be no more denying it. The helicopters we saw last sundown represent a new incursion onto our lands. We have grown up in the shadow of our parents' struggle, and now it seems we will have our own. But the sacred duty must be done. We must protect the source of God's grace on Earth.
It's some sort of marker. Byzantine script, but I can't quite make it out.
Wait.
I'm here, but we're taking fire from the choppers. I need you to get Trinity's attention. Any way you can.
Leave it to me. I can do this.
Over here! We need your help! Covering fire! I got you covered!
I got a hit!
We got a man down! Light her up!
Taking fire!
Take her down!
Moving into cover!
I'm under fire!
He's gone! Give me suppressing fire! I got you covered!
out! Taking position! Taking casualties!
Keep her down!
She's there! Open fire! Hostile! You're dead! Keep fire!
Man down!
Flush her out! Fire in the hole! Get clear!
I got a hit!
Hold the grenade! Grenade out! Light her up! Fire in the hole!
Jacob, it looks like we've got the upper hand.
Good work. Those choppers should be in range soon.
They're here. We did it.
Lara, are you there? Trinity is swarming the tower. We're trapped in the catacombs beneath.
Damn! Just hold on! I'm on my way!
My father is missing. Last night I told him of the invaders and the weapons they have at their disposal. When the sun rose, he was gone. Cyril told me he would be back, but the day is almost done and no one has seen him. I fear he may have done something rash, the old fool. We need him. At this moment more than ever.
I got a hit under fire! You and me, now! He's gone! Grenade out! Fire in the hole! Getting torn apart! Flush her out! Light her up! Let's end this! Mine!
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way. Why don't we just drop in some grenades and be done with it?
No, the Atlas could be down there.
He's right. We can't risk it. But they won't. I got an angle. Intruder! Moving into cover!
reload, I guess. I just want to be sneaker.
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way. Why don't we just drop in some grenades and be done with it?
No, the Atlas could be down there.
He's right. We can't risk it. But they won't give up without a fight.
All right, let's get this hatch open. We'll go in when our backup arrives.
Give me we're losing! Moving into cover!
Whatever. I didn't have any more healing.
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way. Why don't we just drop in some grenades and be done with it?
No, the Atlas...
We got our spotted! Man down! Hold this position! Push her back! He's empty! Take her down! Keep her! Throw it away! She's black! Reinforcements are here! Hit her down! I got an angle! I got her! Advancing! Cover me! Drive! Reloading! Moving into position! I got an angle!
I'm gonna have to be sneakier. There's just no way around it. Taking too much
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way. Why don't we just drop in some grenades and be done with it?
No, the Atlas could be down there.
He's right. We can't risk it. But they won't give up without a fight.
All right, let's get this hatch open. We'll go in when our backup arrives.
Give me suppressing fire, now! Got it! He's suppressing fire!
What? Oh my gosh.
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way. Why don't we just drop in some grenades and be done with it?
No, the Atlas could be down there.
Intruder! I got the cover! Hold this position! Push her back! Moving into position! He's dead! Advancing to cover! Taking position! I can splat! It's almost down!
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way. Heads up! Incoming!
You're damn right I am.
Let's go! Hold this position! Push her back! Reinforcements! Bring her down! I'm in a flanking position! Go, go! Keep your head moving
Come and try! Come on!
Moving into position! Another hit! Give me some pressure fire! Got flank! Taking position! Advancing! Cover me! Moving into cover! Now, he's dead! Moving into position! We got a man down! Advancing to cover! She's there! Open fire! Grenade out!
Hostile spotted!
You and me! Let's go! It's over! I am gonna kill you!
Jacob. They're gone.
I fear this battle is far from over.
Will you tell me more about this place?
You've earned that much. Come with me. In ancient times, our prophet brought the divine source to this valley. My ancestors built Kitezh to protect it from the outside world.
To what end? What is the divine source, Jacob?
An artifact from a time long forgotten. We believe it holds a fragment of God's soul. Legend tells us those who beheld the source were granted immortality. But others have always been drawn here, seeking its power.
Trinity.
Yes. They seek to spread their darkness across the world. With the source, their soldiers would be unstoppable.
Then help me find it before they do.
This is not your burden.
Of course it is. My father died for this.
You can't fill the emptiness inside you, Lara. You can only set it free.
I'm gonna find it. With or without you. Wait, Sophia, let me go. I have to do what I can. You spilt blood for us. I want to help. You know where the Atlas is? The cathedral, in the archives below. But we won't follow you there. Why? What will I find? There are others. The Deathless Ones. They will kill any who trespass. My father believes they will stop Trinity. I can't take that chance. I know. Here. Take this. It will help you reach the cathedral.
Might forget that later on. Or your grapple axe while jumping to reach far left. There. Okay.
Lara, if you're headed to the cathedral, Trinity will be everywhere.
I know, but I have no choice. So much violence and death. Jacob's people have been through so much, yet they continue to fight. They are bound by an oath taken by their ancestors. A duty handed down from the past. But I see a people who simply want to live in peace. I believe it's time for them to let go of the past. If I can find the Atlas, it might lead to the Divine Source. I could take it away from here.
Okay. Guess it won't tell me the rest. Good thing I went up here.
Young ones, you scoffed at learning your letters. Said it had nothing to do with hunting. But that's your first lesson. Everything is connected. And I am always right. You clever students who saw the folly and stubbornness and can read this, here's your first assignment. Track, hunt, and bring me back the pelt of one of the small creatures of the valley. Hares you can find anywhere, night or day. Both the little brown ones in our valley and the snow hares in the peaks. The squirrels stick to the trees, and rain will drive them into their burrows. And if you see fit to seek the rats, look inside the ruins, or anywhere the dead still lie. Please, do not bring me a rat.
I can no longer deny the pull that Alia has on me. She came to me, alone, as I walked the passes high above the valley. I know now that the draw was mutual. I explained to her why I could not, should not, why my position amongst our people should preclude such folly, why I could never make her happy. But it didn't matter what I said. As my mouth spoke, my arms reached out to enfold her, and we embraced. It has been so long, and I am still human.
I don't have explosives with me, so I can't do that. I don't think that's gonna work.
You're alive. Good. We got most of the wounded to safety, but the invaders returned. They've taken the upper village. There are more of us, down in the valley, organizing for our resistance. We'll take any extra hands we can get. If you're going back to the village, be careful. Hello there. The Soviets abandoned this place in a hurry, and they left salvage all over the valley. Put it to good use. When it rains, the deer cluster together under the trees. It's a good time to hunt, if you don't mind getting soaked.
Any alive? I had one I probably could have delivered, but the bonus wasn't worth it.
Yeah. One of them surrendered, and the company men were watching. Had to turn him over.
They taking him back to the old prison?
Just the ones they think might know something about the Atlas. Constantine's gonna ask them a few questions. They've got the rest back up near the cathedral.
Someone's gonna have some fun.
That must be them. I was hoping they'd draw straws for that job.
Hostile!
Moving into position!
I'm on it! I can't take the cover!
He's
This hand here and now.
I'm in trouble. Big fucking trouble. I've been snooping around, saving a few files for my personal use, and I found a correspondence thread about me. Worse, I think I was supposed to find it. The head of security knows I've been leaking data.
probably known all along, and they're just watching for now, waiting to see what my end game is. I wish I had an end game. I'm gonna die just because I was nosy and stupid. I don't even think this channel is secure now. They could have picked you up already. I'm getting paranoid out here. But this Trinity, they are big, and they're everywhere. And the more I find out, the more I realize how badly I fucked up. So here you go. You were right. Hope I get to tell you that in person.
The hired guns can finish the sweep down here. We're needed back at base camp. Leave them to it. Roger, we're clear. Copy that.
We're under attack!
Sweep and clear. Let's move.
Give me some... We've got company! Roger that!
I got a hit!
Man down!
Someone kill her already!
She's there! Open fire!
Give me cover and fire!
I got you covered! Someone kill her already!
He's gone!
I have sinned in God's name. Much blood has been spilled on this valley floor. As I speak now, blood continues to flow. Forgive me. That the divine work requires sacrifices does not mean I am clean. Forgive me, for since I've suffered the stigmata in my youth, I've sinned in your name. Forgive those I've killed myself, and those who've been killed in my name. They knew not what they were doing. Forgive me. Forgive me, for the work I do is not yet done, and there is yet much blood to be spilled.
Security guards came at night. Knew they would. I crossed a line when I killed the tech from Echo Squad. I know I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help it. Remnant weren't enough. I needed something more. They brought me to the windowless room. I thought I was dead. And then Constantine was there. He took my head in his hands and smiled. He told me he understood. He was like me once. I've sinned, but there could be forgiveness. I have been a blunt instrument, just swinging wildly. He told me I could be redeemed. I've got a special skill. I just need sharpening. Trinity can make me a weapon, point me in the right direction. I almost cried and kissed his feet. I will become what I was meant to be. For Trinity, for Constantine.
So what did he say? It's not his call, but he's gonna put a recommendation in for us both. Then there'll be an initiation ceremony of some sort. So that's it? That's all he can do? Look, some of those guys were on contract for years before Trinity gave them rank. You have to be paid. I'll check it out.
Did not mean to do that. Okay. Try again.
So what did he say? It's not his call, but he's gonna put a recommendation in for us both. Then there'll be an initiation ceremony of some sort.
I meant to do that.
So that's it? That's all he can do? Look, some of those guys were on contract for years before Trinity gave them rank. You have to be patient. There's more to it than performance. Like what? There's some sort of oath, and then the ceremony. He said we'd find out soon enough.
It's an arrow. Something's going on. I'll go check it out. Understood. False alarm.
Roger. Clear.
What? Hold on. Something's up.
Incoming! We're under attack! Sweep and clear. Let's move. Heads up! Incoming! Back me up! I got a hit! Light her up! Throwing a grenade! Fire in the hole! Throwing a grenade! Taking position! Moving into position! Come on, let's end this!
Croft is operating against us at every turn. Someone put a fire in her. Lord Croft was too bookish to possess any true resolve. He was a coward. His daughter is something different. I almost gave an order today that no man should kill Croft but me. I fear she is starting to cloud my judgment. I must remind myself, the goal is not another dead Croft. The goal is the divine source.
Illness. It's ruining my body. Now it threatens my mind as well. I keep drifting off, getting lost in memories, lost in thoughts of the day Lord Croft died. How the plan had to shift, how I thought we had failed. And before that, my early days with Trinity. Learning the secret histories of the world, learning that it was our duty to save it. And back farther, to childhood. Constantine and I, with only each other to rely on. And then I ripped myself free, back to the present. I've always done what had to be done, and this time will be no different.
Elias and I will attempt to reach the far hills, where the old bear lives. Trinity is still clustered below in the old Soviet base. We will wait until the dead of night to go. It is a great risk, but we know a battle is coming. We'll have need of the medicinal herbs that grow in those hills, if we are to survive the coming struggle.
Sophia, I'm almost to the cathedral. Can you tell me anything that might help locate the Atlas?
Only stories told by our elders. We don't go inside anymore. I've heard there were archives below, accessible by tunnels in the main hall, but that's all I can tell you.
Then that's where I'll go.
Be careful. Trinity is already inside, and there are more of them arriving.
What's your cool girl? I'm sorry.
A thin, fluted flint arrowhead, snapped in two. The base is familiar.
It said examine. I'm looking. Whatever.
Heads up. We seem to have lost contact with the team sweeping the lower valley. Do you have eyes on them?
Where's it gonna land me? Right back here again. Oops. Okay.
We heard of the Prophet's arrival in Constantinople, but we paid it no mind. The great city has always drawn madmen and pretenders to the ear of God. We heard strange tales of miracles of the Prophet, but still we did not seek him out. But then we heard him speak, heard the liquid truth of his words roll across the forum of Constantine. He claimed not to speak for God, claimed that no man could. But his wisdom was plain, and not a one of us in that forum could deny that he spoke the truth. I must know more about him. I must hear him again.
They do find the Atlas in there. What's next?
The Atlas is a map. It's supposed to point the way to whatever the natives are protecting out
It's a
here.
good thing I did
The
that.
divine source that Constantine is after.
That's the part I'm not clear on yet. Whatever his source is, it's gotta be something valuable. But the company men aren't saying much.
Yeah. Look, keep this close to your chest, but I don't think it's money they're after.
You bought into Constantine's speeches about a new world and glory, huh? I thought that was just motivating the troops.
I don't think so. I think he really believes it.
Huh. So we took a contract with religious fanatics.
I don't know. Fanatic sort of implies he's wrong, doesn't it?
Don't tell me you believe all this.
Someone does. Trinity has a lot of money and support behind them. They wouldn't risk this much if it wasn't gonna pan out.
All right. I guess we're all gonna find out how serious Constantine is.
These ruins hide much. You cannot dig too deep or too fast.
The men are trying to be cautious.
Cautious? Why? We no longer have time for caution, and I no longer have the patience for it.
With all due respect, if all of my men die down there...
We are all expendable here, Commander. What matters are results. The stakes are too high.
I go the wrong way. No. Right.
We reached the lower level, but we have another problem. We've lost our rear guard.
Define lost, Commander.
No radio contact, no visual contact, just
Then
gone.
proceed without them.
That's outside mission protocol, man. It's usually unnecessary risk.
Can you achieve your goal without them?
Man, I don't think we're alone down here. I need tactical support.
No, we're stretched too thin across this valley. If you feel you're being pursued, then I suggest you move faster.
Pull yourself up.
kill an unarmed woman? That would be cold even for you, Lara. Then again, I know why you haven't pulled that trigger. Shoot me, and my men will cut you down within seconds. It's the one thing they're better at than you.
Shut up, Anna.
Don't move! You have nowhere to go!
Kill her! Now!
Those generators! They're gonna pull us both down! Shit! Lara! Lara! I can't hold on! It's going to break!
We're tied together! If I fall...
I can't hold on much longer!
Reconsider my offer, Laura, before it's too late.
It was too late the moment you betrayed my family! I'm getting the Atlas, Anna!
Something is slaughtering my men down there, Lara. If they can't find it, neither can you.
Go to hell!
Croft is on her way. Kill her and bring me that goddamned Atlas.
That's it. It has to be.
Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care of yourself.